Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Lich Dragon, your host here, and I'm counting down the days for No Man's Sky. There are approximately 10 days and some odd hours left, but I figured I'd count down, along with the days, my top 10 things that I'm looking forward to in No Man's Sky and kind of breaking it down per video, so they're going to be relatively short, but counting down the days nonetheless. So, with 10 days left, my number 10 item are the different races I will encounter in No Man's Sky. Now, we know so far about the Korvax and the Gek, and there has been some allusion to the Vikings, play on words for Vikings, I suppose. But, little has been revealed or talked about as far as any more NPC races that we will encounter in No Man's Sky. And personally, I cannot wait to discover who they are, what they stand for, if they're a trading faction, if they're peaceful factions, or if they're even hostile factions. And whether or not, we can make peaceful talks between them. And, to just encounter the different NPCs and different species in itself would be just fun, I think. It reminds me a little bit about, Star Wars or Star Trek, whichever you're a fan of. And, just that first encounter with a new species. You're just kind of like, whoa, what do you look like? Or the languages they talk about. You now have to spend time in the game discovering what their language is. So, in order to even communicate with these species, or to, get good stuff from them if you encounter them, or even perhaps accepting, missions from them, you, as the player, have to take the time to decipher their language. And it's going to take the whole community coming together to completely decipher a language, I think. If somebody uploads a piece of the language, will that entail that I now know that piece of the language? We don't know. Maybe it does. And if it does, I encourage everyone to go out there and learn a little bit of the language so that we can come together as a community and and finally communicate with these NPCs so that we're not floundering around out there in space unable to talk to these guys. Because personally, I would love to be able to get some cool tech off of them as we get closer to the center. So, that's my number 10. And tomorrow, number 9 on the countdown to No Man's Sky. Until then, Lich Dragon, out.